Failure. A sheet of paper stained with ink is returned, and its owners talk to each other, walking away from a service window.
Told you we can't fill who knows in the form.
Who knows?
Who knows you can't write that?
Okay, let's do the journal stuff first. It's another day for me, by the way, so you probably can hear rain in the back now, if not better. But yeah, let's keep going. A page of research notes on milk white mushrooms. White milk mushroom. Its introduction in the guidebook states that it is also known as a spicy milk mushroom. Is it really that spicy? I don't think I want to find out. Discovery. This mushroom was discovered at the foot of the Dandenong Ranges in the shade beside a stream. To prevent it from drying out, I placed it in a cloche and brought it home with me. External appearance. The cap is semi-spherical in shape and has a diameter of approximately 3 centimeters. Its appearance is very unique, with soft gills and a cap and stem as white as snowflakes. Unfortunately, it only grows at the foot of the ranges, not on their sometimes snowy peaks. Beneath its cap lie many small spore sacs, which, when opened, reveal spores of a creamy hue. Tissue sample. I cut off a small piece, and when observing it under a microscope, could see that the pilus was tender, and the curved hyphae were thick and wavy or annular. The structure is very similar to other milk cups, with differences mainly reflected in color and mycelial morphology. Function and edibility. Being a wild mushroom, it can be eaten raw or used as a cooking ingredient. Even after being sliced, its milk white juice retains its inherently spicy flavor, stimulating the appetite and thus making it suitable for use as seasoning. I'll take good care of it, whether for research or as an emergency food reserve should the need arise. Medicinal value. While milk mushroom extract both anti-inflammatory and antioxidant pharmacological properties, its polysaccharides and peptide components are used in anti-inflammatory drugs, and their inhibitory effects on tumor cells are also used in adjuvant therapy for malignant tumors. White milk mushrooms can enhance the body's immune system and enhance athletic performance. Does this mean Arcanians can use it as a nutritional supplement? Well, if it enhances athletic performance, perhaps it's not really good to use it. I mean, not only because in such sport events you're not supposed to take such things that enhance abilities, but also because the stadium itself enhances Arcanius' abilities. So if they take that as well, they might take flight, you know? I'll make a note of this. I need to gather more data. Environmental indication. The white milk mushroom is highly sensitive to its growing environment. Thus, its growth status can provide a preliminary reflection of a forest's ecological health. This has caused it to become one of the ecological indicators for environmental assessment. Humidity, nitrogen, and pH levels are all indicators that correspond to the growth status of white milk mushrooms. This was an oversight on my part. I only recorded the growth location but forgot to test the environmental indicators. Treat this as a lesson and be more careful in the future. Done. Spotodia. Okay, Australian Journal of Biological Beha, a research report from a biological journal. A study on the effect of changes in water temperature on the bunyip's light detection mechanism. Oh, we're finally learning something about these critters. Results. When volunteers provided authentic descriptions, both groups of bunyips remained calm. When volunteers provided false descriptions, dorsal fin vibration frequency and heart rate in both groups of bunyips increased significantly. So they're able to detect lies. Both groups of bunyips could sensitively distinguish between the behavior of humans when lying and when telling the truth through physiological responses, and the higher the water temperature, the more sensitive the bunyips became. Conclusion and perspective optimization. The individual YP7 in Aquarium B showed significant physiological deviation in its responses. Through retrospective analysis, we found that regardless of whether the description provided by the volunteers was false or not, YP07 was more likely to believe that the picture cards drawn depicted bananas. Whether this is because the individual concerned prefers bananas or because a high water temperature affected YP7's judgment in a way that YP7 was more willing to believe, probably, that the fruit on the card was a tropical nature has yet to be determined. Follow-up research will expand and optimize the current experimental setup based on these two assumptions in order to study the correlations between them. Interesting. I'm confused on one part though, since we know these things now. So these creatures feed on rumors, right? So essentially, rumors could be lies. So when they chase somebody for rumors to feed on them, Do they go after the true rumors, the false rumors, or it doesn't matter? Because I'm guessing based on what we just read that they get upset when people are lying. So I wonder if they're still willing to eat those rumors if they're false. But then again, that dude is following Desert Flannel around seems to depend on these animals for the rumors he gets. So how exactly does he extract those rumors from those creatures? If they eat the rumors, how does he find out? Or is it something like bunyips eat the false rumors and bring back only the true rumors? But rumor can also be used as a false claim, because when somebody comes to you and says, oh, I heard this and this about you, they can say, oh, these are just rumors. They don't say these are false rumors. They use the rumor as something that is not true. I don't know if you understand my confusion here. So I guess that because they're able to understand truth from lie, they can give the reporter good stuff to put in his paper, but I just can't think how he controls them. And which kind of rumors do they eat compared to those they pass to him in whichever way they do that. Anyway, yeah, these are interesting creatures to me in general, because I've never seen anything similar, I think. Anyway, the background music is so loud, maybe I should take it down a bit. Okay, back. Glass slippers. Beautiful, resplendent, and impossible to ignore. It might not fit perfectly, but we don't have any other choice. The door is closed.
Hi, it's Vertin. Miss Desert Flannel, is Ezra still with you?
After a while, the door is closed.
Miss Desert Flannel?
Silence is the only answer.
Spathadia has decided to supervise the construction herself, and Ulu is now with her at the site. I'm wondering how you are doing with Ezra. No response. Are they...
sleeping, hopefully?
Not in the room, I knew it.
Oh. A note has been left on the desk beside the bed.
Huh? Showing Ezra what the world is like. Be right back.
Who knows what he told her? And she was like, okay, that's enough. We're taking you outside. We're making you a man today. Just kidding. She probably wants him to act more like a child, is what I'm trying to say, because he's very focused on mushrooms and researches, and she's probably down with him sounding weird to her. Which, again, I don't see why people see him as so fucking weird. I don't see him as a weird dude. I just see him as a mushroom geek or something.
Desert Flannel.
Poor baby. Oh, wait.
Watch your feet and your head.
Where did she take him?
The people here never look down. That's how you get muddy shoes when you're out here. Here, take my hand.
Miss Desert Flannel, what is this place? What are we doing here?
Something that needs to be done. And something that needs to be said.
What? The deeper they go, the louder the cheering they hear from the crowd.
Hey, big bloke! Don't get in my way!
The big guy steps aside, a ray of light penetrates the air and pierces Ezra's eyes, and the only thing he can see is boundless white.
This is...
The warm-up of the rugby game. It's not a formal game, but the audience's enthusiasm is burning. I mean, it's hard to get a ticket. But I'm Desert Flannel, and I know people on the streets, even when we're outside Melbourne.
Sorry, I've never watched any games, and I don't know the rules of rugby.
It's okay, she'll tell you how it's played.
I don't think I will understand any of this. Do you mind?
No, I'm cool with that. Because the game is not what we're after.
Oh. Okay, because, like, I was thinking, why did you bring him here? Like, what will this serve?
You see that guy over there? That's Tom, a shining new star in the NRL. The best fullback they've ever had. He's from the Melbourne Sailcar Club. They have a seagull as their club's mascot with a fish and a chip in its mouth.
Yes. Okay.
And that bloke over there, that's Kip Carl of the Hobart Blue Lake. He's the kind of player who knows how to really tackle. They call him the Unbreakable K. And lastly, I want you to look at that smaller guy. That's Russell. Doesn't look tough, does he? But he is the slippery Jerboa because, man, he is fast when he gets the ball.
But what is this to do with us? I still don't understand.
Ezra, guess how many of them are Arcanists?
Oh, wait. Normally, it should be none of them, right? Because they have powers. They shouldn't be allowed to be there.
Nice one! Nice one! Russell made it again. Excellent interception. The key score, now that your ball is slippery as butter. Run for it, Russell. Victory is going to the Shepherds of Melbourne!
On the green field, Russell is roaring excitedly after his goal. He draws a cross symbolizing victory in his uniform stained with dirt and grass.
Russell! 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 Russell!
Wave after wave, the cheer of the audience swells through the field. Ezra, however, is pulled by a sudden force at his arm and heads out of the stadium. Inside a dark and long tunnel, Desert Flannel marches without hesitation.
Mankind is known for their physical resilience and endurance. That is to say, Tom and Kip Carl are humans, while Russell, whose skills and unpredictability are his strengths, is an Arcanist.
Oh. Yeah, but this is a bit off to say because there are people that look quote-unquote weaker or not fitting for the roles they get in sports or other stuff. Like, how often do you hear people saying, oh, you can't be a basketball player because you are too short or whatever, and there are actually plenty of short basketball players in the world, right? I don't think that matters. But okay, if they want to take this route, sure, I can go with it.
A reasonable deduction. Physical resilience and varied skills are indeed the respective features of mankind and Arcanists. However, things are not as simple as they appear.
She stops at the door, turns the doorknob, and pushes it open. Are you allowed to be there? What welcomes them is a mixed smell of sweat dust, grass, and medicine, together with occasional curses. Players, black and blue, are busy coming and going. Nobody has the time to care of these two trespassers.
In fact, all of them are Arcanists.
What? So, wait, don't they have human players? Okay, first of all, if that is true, Ezra shouldn't be the one who had to be brought here, but somebody else.
Give me that thing.
Here. Be careful. Don't overdose. Painkillers are addictive, you know. And the newspaper's gonna interview you champions, so don't get high in front of the camera. Hey, listen.
Sporting is great fun, but it can also be dangerous, especially for sports like rugby, MMA, or boxing, which involve a lot of intense physical contact. And the Arcanists who are good at healing will naturally become the best athletes of all. 15 minutes. That's all they take. Most of the arcane treatments take only 15 minutes to heal the patient. And before that happens, the athletes would just take painkillers to help themselves get through the game. And after the 15 minutes, they are refreshed and healthy, like those athlete dolls you find in the souvenir store. They can slide, impact like a maniac, and don't have to worry about missing any important sporting sessions if injured.
This is an advantage?
That's right. An unbelievable advantage. But are they really as good as they look? Their glory comes with a price. Ligament damage and the irreversible tears keep recurring. But there is still an elephant in the room. It paces around, making noises which are unfit for the place. Like this conversation we're having in the locker room. But on the sports field, where blood boils, Power and strength are the only things that matter. Nobody has the time to stop and ask what we're doing here, just like they don't have the time to notice the elephant.
So she's saying the people watching the show already know that these guys are arcanists? And are all the teams playing in rugby games there supposed to be arcanists? Because, you know, if you were a human, I don't see how you would accept competing with arcanists, you know? Because it's unfair, obviously.
10 years ago, Margaret of Broken Hill was invincible on the court. In August last year, she died on the last day of winter.
Did she die of recurrent injuries? It's very likely that Arcanist athletes who repeatedly get injured and heal themselves would get hurt on the same body part in the future. The body will become fragile. They might even twist their ankle from walking. Sometimes even break a bone or two.
Now for this one, you're free to explain me what they mean, because I don't see how you can heal and still not be that really healed. Like, is the healing part too shallow, so if you get hurt, it's the same part that can get hurt again? Or by healing over and over, they become weaker, in which case Ezra mentions their body becomes fragile.
No, she died from an overdose.
Oh, to stop the pain. Oh.
She needed a horrific amount of painkillers to ease her pain. So much that her body was overwhelmed.
Oh, so they heal the wounds, but not necessarily deeper hits? Like, for example, let's say somebody twists an ankle. They might deal with the bruising, but not with the actually sprained ankle, because they can get back to the field with painkillers. I'm just stuck on the word heal, because heal means you heal. There is nothing left behind. Pain, break, whatever, it doesn't exist anymore. So how can you say that they heal, but still feel pain, or that the part that gets healed remains fragile and can be hurt again even from simply walking? I can understand the painkillers part, because she said earlier that until they get healed, they take painkillers and they can keep going, right? Let me recheck, because I seem to have misunderstood the whole situation. Yeah, here it is. 15 minutes, that's all they take. Most of the arcane treatments take only 15 minutes to heal the patient. But before that happens, okay, the athletes would just take painkillers to help themselves get through the game. So they can handle really powerful damage on their body and return on the field with painkillers until they're able to get their treatment. It remains confusing to me. Anyway, if you understand it better than me, please feel free to explain it to me, because I don't get it.
This is cruel. We have to report this to the Foundation and solve it once and for all. The athletes could have played in a safer way if given help.
It's rare to see the boy being so unsure and nervous. An astonished look takes over his pretty girlish face. Desert Flannel ponders and looks at him.
But what if I tell you the Arcanists also don't have a choice?
What?
For humans who have the talent for sports, they can win medals with their physical strength.
So, Arcanists have to make the most of their advantages to keep abreast with their competitors?
So wait, unless an Arcanist has powers, they don't have any physical power? For humans who have talent for sports, they can win medals with their physical strengths. So is she saying that without their powers, that what Ezra is saying, so Arcanists have to make the most of their advantages to keep abreast of competitors? Are all Arcanists physically weak? She silently nods. This brings me back to a post I had seen on Tumblr from a fan. They were mentioning how athletic is Matilda compared to Kanjira, it was, or somebody else. They said that she was one of the most athletic, I guess. She could jump very high, run very fast, something like that. I don't remember exactly. And I didn't even realize until I read that post that she was like that. But then I remember the part in the cave during Kala's patch. And I was like, yeah, perhaps she's athletic, but I didn't consider that other Arcanists aren't like that. I mean, besides Virgin, that we know that she doesn't like physical activity, but interesting.
I had no idea.
I'm sorry. Truly.
Desert Flannel once again puts her hand on his shoulder and pulls the boy into her arms in a sisterly embrace.
I didn't mean to make you feel guilty. Nor did I deliberately put you in pain. But Ezra, I was once one of them. I used to live on the prize money.
Oh, she was an athlete?
I'm only telling the truth. It is happening every day, every moment, and every second. Drug addiction, premature senility, and irreversible physical damage. This is almost a destined end for every Arcanist athlete. And nobody is held accountable for this. Not the clubs or the hosts of the games. Drug abuse is a personal behavior. That's it.
Yeah, but why can they... I'm sorry I'm talking too much, but I'm trying to make sense of it. Like, I understand when you are passionate about something, you will do everything in your power to keep it going. So, sure, they will take the pills and go back on the field and keep doing what they love and what they know how to do best. But if humans can sit back and take some time to heal, maybe they should be able to do it too. Like somebody check their ego and say, you know what, you're hurt. If you go back on the field, even with pills, you are going to make it worse and perhaps never have a chance to be on the field again. Like, doesn't that scare them? They prefer to just keep pushing. But then she mentions the drug abuse part. If somebody becomes addicted to it, they just will keep coming back to it. It makes sense. But I just can't believe that this is what happens to everyone. Like, every Arcanist destined to go through that and not push their body to the limit. Anyway.
Those people who are passionate about sports and don't want to lead a life without them. I have no idea how they would make a living or handle a quiet life. So I know they don't have much of a choice.
And I get that, but still, if they took some time off, you know, maybe, I'm not talking about, because yeah, there are some irreversible damages you can do to your body that are so sudden that there's just no place for healing at all. Let's be real. But those that, for example, have a small injury, let's say you sprain your ankle, why can't you just leave one game back, 2 games to heal fully and then go back to the field? That's the part I don't understand. I hope I'm making sense. Let's keep going.
The sport industry of humans is generous. They offer equal chances to human and Arcanist athletes. But it's also cruel. And the athletes are like the girls in Cinderella's story, who wish their feet would fit the glass slippers. They have no choice but to cut off part of their heels to earn the glory.
This isn't fair. These sports and rules are not appropriate for Arcanists. They have been treated unjustly. They aren't taken seriously and respected as athletes. Is Spathadia one of them? That's why she was so furious.
So the rumor that they are turning against each other is true. Camera, this way. This is the human representative of the event.
You were that paparazzi.
This is not how a polite kid would address others, Mr. Ezra.
Oh, you're right. Paparazzi is very light for what you are. He should have said, you're that lizard that walks around in the night in the sewers with the bunyips? Yeah, that one.
I am just a concerned journalist who ran into you while reporting a rugby game.
Concerned journalist, my ass. Bitch!
Watch your mouth, mister. This is harassment.
She covers Ezra and rapidly moves backward, but behind them are still clicking cameras.
We are cornered.
Then we will break his camera and let him know the price of being a long-tongued liar.
Yes, and stick it up his ass too. Oh, I have to fight. I have to do the, the hard work. Yeah, I'll be right back with you after I kick his ass. Let's go to 12. Lone Journey. A path paved with tears and penitence. This time, we still have a chance.
Spathadia, it's not all your fault.
The tools are scattered all over the place, but no one is working at the site. The young girl sits on the ground, leaning against the timber and burying her head into her palms.
No, you don't have to be nice. I'm not capable of the job.
Or you could be capable if you just stopped reacting to everything negatively.
I should have known when I couldn't even fill in some forms correctly. I don't know how to supervise the construction team. They all left and my schedule's in a mess now.
Oh, that's what you mean, sorry.
I'm hasty and careless. I actually lost my temper with the people who tried to help me.
Ah, there. That's good. You recognize your mistake.
I also did that to Ezra.
Oh, don't worry, he doesn't hold a grudge. Lowering her head even further, Spathadia sobs and rubs her eyes.
I know he has no ill intention, and he's not a bad guy. Maybe some humans mistreated us, but that has nothing to do with him. And all the others. I should have got out of his face right away. I screwed up the Uluru Games. What I did was not out of friendship or sportsmanship at all. I'm just a nuisance and not qualified for the priestess.
Too much of a weight on her shoulders.
Flammy, listen. Come here and listen to me.
The flame flies near her and wipes the tears and snot off her face.
Everyone makes mistakes. That's what your mom told you when I was still asleep, remember?
Yes.
Everyone makes mistakes. Especially young people. We were of the same age in the past. It feels awkward to talk like an elder to you. But now, I have to address you as child. You are 14 now. Remember what I was like at your age? I appeared out of the campfire, so young and naive. My flame was beautiful, yet lethal as well. I couldn't control myself, not to mention understand others.
But my situation is different. I said something really bad, and I already...
It's impossible that you make no mistake or do everything perfectly. You just need to face them and learn from them. You stepped into the muddy river, that's fine. Just keep going towards the clean stream.
Exactly, and all it takes is a simple, I'm sorry.
The point is, you must know your mistake.
Exactly.
And apologize to the friends you've hurt. You still have room for improvement and the opportunity to avoid the lasting regret.
Lasting regret? What's worse than what I'm dealing with? I can't think of anything. Ooh, I'm screwed.
No, you're not. Just put your ego aside and say, I'm sorry.
Maybe Flammy is a better choice for you than Spathadia. My name has changed, and I can no longer be your best partner. Neither can I be Verdon's good partner, nor Ezra's, nor Desert Flannel's.
The little girl asks her question with uncontainable tears running down her cheeks.
This is my second life, but I still feel like an idiot. What was I like in the previous life? Did I grow up? Did I hurt my friend? Did I have fights with you?
Oh, that last part, yeah, but it wasn't only your fault.
Remember our fight, Flammy?
Yes. We were arguing who contributed the most to the first games. What a trifle.
That's right. We had a huge fight over this trifle. We never meant to win the fight. All we wanted was recognition and love. But in the end, we didn't talk anymore. This lasted for several days. Then I tried to find you to make it up.
Make it up? I don't remember that at all.
Oh, she died accidentally?
Because I didn't make it. You were in the distance when I found you. The next second, you were attacked by a toxic red snake ambushing from the bush.
Its venom made you pass out within seconds.
Oh.
The witch doctors stayed by your bed for 3 days before they sent you to the grave. I didn't even have the chance to apologize.
Dude, she didn't even grow up, even in her previous life, so she has to grow up now. She has to live and not be trapped in this mindset of, I can do this, I can do that. You literally have all your life in front of you. The dim flame keeps flickering. Large tears roll down Ulu's face and drop into the fire, evaporating into steam sizzling.
You never grew up, my friend. I'm already an old flame after such a long time, while you are still a teenage girl. So, I'm really happy to see you again, and really sorry that we once grew apart.
Oh man.
I see. Thank you for telling me, Ulu.
Spathadia opens her arms and wraps her friend. She feels tears dripping on her chest, but soon they get warm inside the heat of a flame.
You are in my heart, dear friend. We once burned together as a whole. No one knows my heartbeat better than you do. I will grow up as you wish. I will find Ezra and make it up to him.
Damn straight, that's what you do.
Isn't that convenient? Here we are.
Hair messed up, the owner of the boy supports herself with hands on her knees, panting.
Desert Flannel, Ezra, what's the hurry?
That's the Harry.
That was... Hell, those guys were chasing us like crazy. Anyway, that's why we are out of breath. A paparazzi was following us, and as we were running in the desert, we ran into a bunch of thorny devils.
Oh, they're not bunyips, okay.
I see. We'll deal with this problem before we talk. Give me 5 minutes. They will no longer be a problem for us.
She literally said, "Home a bag." Or my hat in this case. We have to see Vertin's powers at some point, I'm curious. Anyway, yeah, I will also have to have you on hold for a minute as well. And we're back.
Ha! Fire! Uppercut!
The counterattack finally stops the thorny devils, hissing and moaning. The monsters turn tails to hide in the darkness.
Yes! Finally drove them away.
Oh my god!
2 weeks ago, you were in the column Whose Heart is Hurt by Fire Kangaroos and Housing Stress.
Huh?
Yet another trouble is approaching, accompanied by dazzling flashlights.
Would you care to make a statement?
No.
That was just an accident, not a misconduct. The fire goes out of control very easily, as it's fire after all. Young people...
Besides, you and your fellow team members were seen chasing after a metal UFO on the back of a wooden horse.
What? Oh, he means, yeah, got it.
Rumor also has it that an alien power is behind the revival of the Uluru Games, and the very power has also controlled your mind. Would you run a checkup to clarify?
Why don't we have your head have a checkup to clarify? Idiot!
What do you mean? Mr. Alien T is good and kind. He has never had any ill thoughts.
Ezra, let adults speak, honey.
Ah, Mr. Alien T, is that the name?
Excitement beams from the journalist's eyes. Countless microphones are reached out towards Ezra.
So, you've known this alien well. Are you involved in the evil plans of taking over Earth? Are you an evil scientist?
You've got the wrong scientist, first of all.
When and where did you first meet this alien as an evil scientist working for Laplace? What was your first thought of the meeting?
Oh, wow. Let me have the camera stuck through his teeth. Please. Like 5 minutes.
The answer is much simpler than you think.
An arcane ritual shimmers, silhouetting a figure against the light. What?
Mr. Alien T and I met in a very simple way. It was in the office of a Foundation branch, New Mexico, USA.
I was just gonna give them all the facts.
My first thought... Well, there's a UFO here.
Verdon, you're back! Huh? What's that thing beside you?
Greetings, Miss Bathania. I've heard about the legendary story of yours.
Is this a new character? An Australia slouch hat decorated with a parrot feather is floating in the air beside Burton.
He's a hat, as well as a helping hand.
And greetings to everyone. I'm Slouch Hat.
Go, go, go!
Unlike them, I'm sure most of you in the media industry know, or at least have heard of me.
Slouch hat flies in the air elegantly as if its invisible owner took it off from their head, put it before his chest, and bowed to the people.
I'm a member of the Northern Australia Rangers. Also, the spokesman of the St. Pavlov Foundation Australia branch. These days, the reopening of the Uluru Games has attracted much focus, and speculations have reached such a pitch that we have to respond.
Oh, okay, so he's right, they have to share this with humans.
Here, I will answer your questions about the Uluru Games. Starting from you, the ardent Mr. Makawar.
Called by the name, the leader of the crowd slowly turns around.
Of course. It's my pleasure.
Did you see Mako's face? Oh, it made my day. I feel happy, contented, overjoyed. Now that we have the Foundation's people on our side, he can rough for good.
You know him well.
He's our enemy, Verdon.
He's your enemy?
Mind what you're saying. We are not enemies. I don't even know him.
You don't even know him? And he's not your enemy. I don't quite get your relationship.
Yeah, me neither right now. I'm a bit concerned.
Things can be complicated between men and women nowadays. You're still too young to understand it. Don't worry, you will get it at my age.
Wait, what? Tell me they're not suggesting what I think they're suggesting, because I'm gonna go throw up right now.
So it's a kind of experience one must grow old enough to learn.
Oh, hell no. Ew, girl. That's a new kind of law. Really? Yeah, but did anything happen or like... But she said she doesn't know him. So I guess... Did she like reject him? Is this why he's doing all this? To destroy her because she said no to his advances or something? Otherwise she would have said that she knows him and she doesn't, so...
The current life expectancy is 50 to 75 years. I don't think I will ever reach your age.
No. Don't put it like that. You're confusing the kids.
Thank you, Desert. I'm confused as well. Desert Flannel bounces up from the sofa, waving her arms between Ulu and Ezra to separate them.
Alright. Now I, as one of the parties involved in this story, will explain it to you very clearly.
Okay.
Oh, wait. What?
Where's Ezra? He's not here.
He just went back to his room. He didn't come out when we left.
Rubbing her neck to clear her throat, Desert Flannel nods in the direction of Ezra's room.
Are you going to talk to him first, or will you stay for my little anecdote? I won't tell the story again. It's way too embarrassing to tell twice.
Uh-huh. I think it's better she went inside to apologize first. The girl hesitates. But kids can never say no to a story. Oh. Okay.
I'll listen to your story first, and then I'll go talk to him right away.
Okay, a player of innocence. A player of innocence from extraterrestrial beings. Oh, we're back to this. My dear friends, have you ever read the latest issue of the Naga? Of course, I'm always keen to see what lies those lowlifes will come up with next. Yes, that's right, lies! It's all lies! Look, Just look at me, just like a frisbee, my floating doodle-boo. Can you imagine this being the outfit of an alien spy? Well, to be fair, there's always a cow floating underneath him, as if been abducted. So that looks suspicious, my friend. I'm sorry to tell you, it looks kind of suspicious. Please rest assured, Mr. Alien T, we both are rotatable circular objects, so I am naturally inclined to believe what you say. Actually, you can't say it's not suspicious at all. Exactly. Huh? But the Nagas who's so confident about alien invaders isn't exactly the most reliable source. When will that rag publish something that even remotely resembles the truth? They also called me a prime example of young people today being crushed by the pressures of a housing crisis. What a lot of crock. Yeah, that's right. It's all a big conspiracy orchestrated by those stinky sock wearers at the aerial survey office. Another ridiculous footnote in an absurd battle of office politics. I appreciate the fact that you trust me, really. Don't worry too much, my friend. No lie lasts forever. Everything has to come to an end at some point, and sometimes we have to take care of the big problems before the little ones sort themselves out. I never imagined a UFO would cause such an uproar. To be frank, I'm quite shocked by all this. Just lay low and it'll blow over in no time. Mako, we're stressing our alien friend. Unsinkable. Don't ever talk about any of my plans like that again. Promise me, my love. It's literally pouring outside, and this is the second airplane passing by. Like, I can't...
Lights? Checked. Width of the entrance? Checked. Support structure for the ceiling? Checked. Camera parrot for broadcasting the games? Very fluffy, so checked.
Camera parrot. Is that a thing? A term? Oh, see in the back now? If you notice in the back, the rock part of the building is mushed with a more modern type of building. Spathadia walks slowly along the clay runway under the wide and bright rooftop of the renovated stadium.
Spare torch for the Uluru Flame. Obstacles for steeplechase. Tenacity of the branches and temperature of the red quad. Alright, checked. Only one more item to go before the flame lighting ceremony this midnight. The Uluru Flame. Huh? Ulu? You alright? What's with the tears? Did I make you sad again?
Nah, just proud.
No, nothing. I just have sand in my eyes.
Our sand is common here. It gets into your eyes very easily. Just like when my granny saw me walking for the first time.
Young lady, you should have preserved the dignity of this old flame.
You burned me!
Ulu burning hot and energetic. Checked.
Taking off another check in the notebook, Spathadia looks upwards.
Safety factor of the field. Checked. Laplace really did us a huge favor.
I hope you apologized.
Shame I haven't had the time to talk to Ezra since we had that fight. We were both busy, and when we met, it was...
By the way, we didn't hear the story of Desert Flannel. I'm so mad.
What? You haven't talked about it? But I didn't feel anything wrong between you two.
Exactly, because he didn't hold a grudge in the first place.
We did make up, that's for sure. But we never really talked about the fight. It's like you break your knee and just cover the wound up with trousers. As if it had never been there. You may feel fine when you jump and run, but it hurts whenever you sit down for a break.
She scratches her hair and then starts to play with her fingers, a glum look on her face.
I wonder if Ezra and Verdun are going about with the patrol.
Ezra is going to be on the patrol? I mean, sure, he has powers, but they're mostly defensive.
Relax, Flammy. It will be the opening ceremony tomorrow. Our checklist is even more intricately designed than a robe made with pine needles. Besides, the bunyips haven't turned up in quite a while.
Before you bark, I do know he also has the spores that do stuff like paralyze or create a high. He's got his ways to win, I know.
Everything is working like an unsinkable ship at sea. There isn't anything that may cause it to sink.
All right. But the last ship that claimed to be unsinkable... what was it called?
Titanic. The stone door is opened without warning from behind the thinking girl.
Oh, I got it! We have an emergency!
Of course, why not? At this point...
It's called the Titanic!
I hope we won't sink the same way.
I bought tickets, let me in!
Of course.
I came all the way here just for the Uluru Games, because you said that it is open to all for the first time!
Everyone, please be patient.
He's such an idiot, I can't. Holding the microphone, McElroy stands on a pile of rocks, making him stand out from the group. The whirlwind brought up by the airship only makes the traveler's steps more staggered.
We are now standing at the entrance to the Uluru Stadium. And this is where the rumored reincarnator will come with flames and bring about the rain.
Now, why did you need the rain part? The first one was accurate enough.
The rain will comfort the thirsty travelers and soothe their dry heels.
Oh, you're so full of shit.
I guarantee you, as the ambassador of the games, that no matter what your lineage is, you are welcome here as long as you have a ticket. All you need to do is wait patiently and with sincerity.
Ambassador? He did not... Oh my... Oh, I'm going to slap a bitch. I'm going to slap a bitch. Like, I told you, when Desert Flannel was supposed to fight the reporters, she should have taken his camera and stuck it up his ass. This is why this is happening. He should have been out of the way. And no, they could not have said that Arcanus attacked humans out of nowhere. It could be totally self-defense. Yeah, they could claim that.
Sincerity? We followed the guide and circled around the desert for a whole day. We need water and food. Some kids have become dehydrated.
Yes, we need water. We need to get into the Uluru Stadium. You've promised us. We need water. We need to get into the Uluru Stadium.
We need water. We need to get in the Uluru Stadium.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
You're the first I'm gonna beat up if you keep this going. Just so you know.
Revival Squad, I'm sure you'll enjoy this gift from me.
We need water. We need to get to the Uluru Stadium. We need water. We need to get to the Uluru Stadium.
Getting louder and louder, the rumble shakes the whole desert. It echoes above the giant rock.
Gosh, it's him. That guy. How shameless. We never sold a single ticket or invited so many outsiders to the game. How can they tell such a lie?
I was surprised with some journalists, kid.
He's whipping up public opinion. Just his greatest strength. I took a glance at the crowd. There were at least 3,500 of them out there.
Oh shit.
Not a number Macau can incite alone. Some of them must be his accomplices. I'm sure they are good at mobilizing, swindling, blackmailing and stuff.
It's the Eucalyptus Brotherhood. The leader is one of them. I know his face. Darn. Seems like they're not going to make this easy for me since I took their tickets. And there's Makawa. How convenient for them.
We can't just leave them here. Outside the stadium, they have no food or shelter. They'll suffer sunstroke in no time.
Now, I must admit, if they were going to do this a day thing, they should have made a picture of the stadium inside in the morning as well, because I too thought it was nighttime at this point.
How are you going to handle this?
Desert Flannel, do you still have those fake tickets?
Yeah, why?
Sell them.
Excuse me?
I thought you knew that I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing it for...
I know why you need money. You've always wanted to buy the house where your grandmother spent her life and raised you. It's important to you, just like the Uluru Games to me and Ulu.
Aww. The young girl stands up.
Ezra, Verdun, please contact the Foundation for help. Desert Flannel, I need you to prepare to guide the crowd and maintain order.
Spathadia, you're not planning to...
Let's go all out, mates. I am going.
Now she acts like a boss. A leader, actually. Holding the Ulu soaked in tears in her arms, Spathadia shakes off Desert Flannel's sweaty hands. A dry breeze follows after her, kicking up the dust and forming that shadowy gate.
Everyone, your attention, please.
The crowd's attention turns. Murmurs surround the girls like a vortex.
That is the daughter of the Uluru Stadium! Behind her! She's the girl in the newspaper!
What? That girl? Is the reincarnator? Oh dear, there she is! And look, that flame! Isn't that the Uluru flame in the newspaper? Open the gate for us, priestess! Show us the Uluru Stadium!
Open the gate for us! We have tickets! We have tickets!
Standing above the crowd, Makawa raises his hands, showing everyone the ticket.
Open the gate for us! We have tickets! We have tickets!
Like a summoning. A tumultuous clamor goes up from the crowd, punctuated by Makawa's questioning.
Look at those girls, my friends. That is Miss Spathadia and Miss Ulu. The newspapers have been praising them for facilitating the union of mankind and the Arcanists, bringing back the true spirit of sporting events and calling them the pioneer peacemakers.
In the name of the Uluru Flame, I swear it's not a lie.
Of course, of course. You are not lying. You never lie. No lies have been spoken. Every word was true. A junior student from Melbourne, an old soul, a reincarnator. What's her attitude and what will she do? Please, find out with me.
The microphone in his hand points up at the sky, reflecting the airship spotlight glaring down at Spathadia. Scattering audio photos fall from the sky.
Humans? What are they doing in the stadium?
People hear Spathadia's voice crystal clear.
The world is full of sports games for humans. One after another and another.
Oh shit.
Guide Arcanum with science. Tame the orderless power with sense. And now they're even taking away the Uluru Stadium with metal bars.
That's...
How ridiculous. She said she stands for peace, yet she has never considered mankind's safety, technology, assistance, or rights.
But if you let them inside and see what actually has happened to the stadium, you can prove that his claims are wrong.
Arcanus, Arcanus. That's all she's talking about.
And what have you been talking about? Humans, 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 and your stupid tickets that you sold without permission.
It's the voice of... the priestess. How could she say that?
Nonsense. It is the first Uluru Games with the help of Laplace human technology. They've been talking about equality, peace, and love all the time.
Damn you! How could you be so despicable? All the constructions are built by Laplace. These are all human contributions.
Not all Laplace people are humans, though.
I'm out of here. It's not the Uluru Games. Not the one I heard from my grandma at all.
We should believe that. She's an honest girl. She would never have lied.
Shut up.
Miss Spathadia, did you really say that?
Yes, because she's a child and she has to learn. Are people really going to point their fingers on a child? For real, for real? Priestess or not? Makawa passes a microphone to Spathadia with celebratory flair. A bunyip appears out of his coat. Its body starts swelling as it devours the air. From a turmoil of lies and distrust, it gains additional power.
Fami,
Confront it, light it up, conquer it, and make it burn.
I will. I know what my duty is.
Oh, I was expecting some cool cutscene or something. Oh, balance mode. A temporary balancing of a countess. This battle will enter balance mode. Unbalanced characters will have their level, side cube, and character resonance raised to... Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, one moment. Okay, so apparently there is dialogue included, so I will have to record these parts. I, priestess of the Uluru Games, and my friend the Uluru Flame, both of us stand right here.
We will not tell a lie or evade any questions. That's right. We stand right here. It's time we put an end to all these slanders, Mr. Makawa.
I like what they did with the voices in the background.
There are reports of your arson. You set fire to a hospital, and thousands of human patients in there were almost killed.
Lies! The lies!
This is supposed to be an unforgivable felony, yet you are still standing here. Did you bribe the officers to get away, Miss Spathadia?
No, they actually dealt with the fire pretty soon, idiot!
First, please be careful of your wording, Mr. Makawa. That was not arson. It was an accident caused by the instability of my arcane skill. It was awakening at the time, and things like this happen to most arcanists. Second, we didn't cause any injuries or burn the hospital. Only a clinic was slightly burnt in the accident. We have paid for the damage already. Besides, the revival squad has promised they will do volunteer work for the hospital every Saturday afternoon as an apology.
In your face, bitch.
Good for you.
Guys, calm down.
Sadly, these are counterfeits.
The bunny is weakened. Now go for it, Flammy.
Everyone here is exhausted from the journey to the desert. We're suffering from the heat and the thirst. So why don't you open this gate for us? Is your golden gate too good for the tickets we paid for? Are you shutting us out?
Tickets you paid for? Are you sure the Uluru Games has ever sold any tickets? Guys, please check your tickets and compare them to each other's. I believe they have different sizes, textures, and printing methods, which indicate they come from different producers. That's right. If you know the local gangs well, now you should realize the staff who brought you here and those marshalling the crowds include some familiar faces. They are Tommy, Jackson, and Cameron. Gangsters from the Eucalyptus Brotherhood who made their first pot of gold by selling fake tickets. And you, Mr. Makawa, speak for them.
No. No way.
That was a tough one.
Darn it. Well, yeah, you got a silver tongue. Your words are indeed clear, logical, and reasonable. But how are you going to deny what you said in the photos? You wanted no humans in the stadium, and you held a grudge and a prejudice against them.
Wait for it.
There is no doubt that those words came out of your mouth. Your eloquence won't change the fact.
That she's growing?
Yes, the fact. The fact that is 100% true. You can't deny it.
They are much naughtier than the Foundation's kids.
You were right, Mr. Makawa. I did say that. I take responsibility for every word heard in that photo. But people, listen to me! Those words are wrong. So am I. I am a fool. An idiot. The stinkiest rotten egg in the kitchen.
Wrong approach, but okay.
I've seen countless humans on my way here. From Melbourne to Alice Springs, and then Uluru. I've met the construction team from Laplace, the receptionist at City Hall, considerate doctors, and my first human friend. My good friend. In the past, I saw humans as the other kind. I thought they were unreasonable, cruel people who deceive others with bureaucratic jargon. But now, when I think of humans, I am reminded of my friend. My gentle, brave, smart, selfless, clumsy human friend.
I'm smiling like an idiot, just so you know.
What are you going to...
Confront it, light it up, conquer it, and make it burn for you.
The flame lit by Ulu burns all the way to the crawling bunyip. In an instant, the only thing left on the red soil is burnt ashes. The bunyip didn't even make a sound. And what's that? Blood bug. The rest of the bunyips scatter, flinging the crowd at the corners, causing a chorus of screams. Okay, fine. There were more of him.
And I'm willing to believe everyone here loves sports as much as I do. I must apologize for being an idiot with such a narrow view. I'm sorry.
She had to mention she's also a kid, only growing and learning, but okay, I guess that works as well.
Now, I hope everyone can enjoy pure sports and have fun sweating. Those of you who have tickets, please enter the stadium in order. Those of you with no tickets, you can buy one from Miss Desert Flannel for just $1. I hereby declare the opening of the Uluru Games.
The gate is already open. Flammy puts her arms in the air as the crowd cheers.
Everyone is welcome!
Damn it! How come? The source has confirmed the rift between them.
You were the source, my dude. You came and saw them yourself. Oh my god.
Run. If I'm fast enough, there's still a chance.
Grabbing the camera tightly, Makawara and his team hurry out of the crowd in a panic.
Or maybe you don't deserve that chance at all.
A wall of people stand at the exit.
We've got a helping hand.
More than one hand.
Aha! This is what we call the Hammer of Justice. Take that, you shitty little long-tongued pig! I will pull your tongue out through one of your eye sockets. You should have known better than to mess with me.
Did they beat him up? Because if they did, I wanted to see.